Hey Leo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Leo romantically. Now, please keep in mind, Leo, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate, and you're always welcome here to take what works and leave the rest. So we're going to get right into it today, my lovely lions, and we're going to see what could be coming toward Leo in love. First message coming out today, my goodness, Leo, we are starting out with some very big energy. We have got the Tower. Now, I am going to be very curious to see where this goes, but let's talk generally about what the Tower energy represents. The Tower energy represents a big shakeup. It can be an unexpected change. Things happening quickly, things shifting, things moving in different directions. It can also sometimes feel like the energy of things starting to crumble, things falling apart. The thing that I will say though, Leo, is that with the Tower, it usually comes in to clear something out so that something better can come in. And a lot of the times I do see that the Tower comes in when there is something that needs to leave our life and maybe we've been hesitant to make a change, and the Tower kind of comes in and shakes things up for us. Now, this is a love reading, so I feel like whatever big shakeup is happening here, Leo, it's going to apply to love, but we're gonna have to pull some more cards to see how it goes. Tell me what else could be coming toward Leo right now, please. The Five of Wands, conflict, tension, fighting. I wonder if what has happened here, it's kind of specific, you guys, as always, take it or leave it, but I feel like there's almost been a Tower moment that happened between you and your person. Something unexpected happened. Something really got shaken up. Maybe you found something out. Maybe information was revealed to you. Now that it's out in the open, there's an opportunity to address it. But I will say with the Five of Wands, it indicates that there is arguments, there's conflict, there's tension. It's like this Tower moment has brought up a lot of stuff and now it's out in the open and the two of you need to address it. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo, please. And then the King of Swords. Okay, that's really good, you guys. This actually makes me feel good. King of Swords, air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The reason I like this is because the King of Swords brings clarity. The King of Swords indicates that communication is going to be happening with your person. You're probably going to be talking about what happened, and it will bring clarity. It will bring insight to the situation. Now, how it's going to turn out, we'll see. We're going to have to pull some cards. But I do feel like the tarot is saying, like, this could be a time where something really big gets shaken up in your love life. It's probably going to lead to conflict and tension. But like I kind of said before, the Tower, even though it can feel scary and uncomfortable in the moment, it often clears away things that we no longer need, and it can bring clarity, which is what we see with the King of Swords energy. So I think the real question here is, how does this actually all land at the end of the day? Does this clarity end up bringing the two of you closer? Does the clarity end up pushing you further apart? We're going to have to look at that. So here's what we're going to do, Leo. We're going to look at this person and we're going to look at you. We're going to look at their overall energy right now, what they could be feeling, what actions they could be taking. I will look at the same thing for you, and then we will look at the potential outcome. So let's get into it. Tell me about this person who Leo is involved with, please. So the first card coming out is the Ten of Wands. This is a card that can indicate emotional baggage. So I do feel like some heavy stuff has happened between you and your person. It looks like there is something that has been weighing on the relationship. And maybe, like, what I'm getting here is unspoken tension and unresolved issues. And you can let me know if that resonates. But I almost feel like what's been going on here is that there's something that has been left unsaid. You know when you like have an issue with your partner, but then it never really gets addressed, and then it's always kind of like the elephant in the room. It's there, but like no one's talking about it. I feel like there's something like that that's been weighing on the connection between the two of you, where there's almost been like a lingering issue or problem that hasn't been addressed, but the emotional baggage and the heaviness of it has continued to affect your relationship. Tell me more, please, about this person's energy. Six of Wands, interesting. Okay, so the Six of Wands is a card of victory and success. I don't know, maybe your person is feeling hopeful that you can work things out. Let's see where it goes. Tell me more. Queen of Cups, yeah, okay. I mean, from what I see here, Leo, they love you very much. Queen of Cups is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I do think that this person has a tremendous amount of love for you in their heart. I think they're hoping that the two of you can sort through whatever this issue is, but I do feel that they have these feelings for you. It's love. I don't think they're just walking away. They obviously love you very much. Okay, let's see what they're feeling. Wow, okay, Four of Wands. This is the 1111 card. This is a card of marriage and commitment. I mean, some of you might be married to this person. For others of you, maybe it's something that the two of you have discussed. It does look like this person still wants to marry you or continue to stay married to you. Tell me more about what they could be feeling. Page of Swords, okay? Page of Swords is always an interesting energy, you guys, because Page of Swords is that energy of like somebody who's reaching out to us and kind of testing the waters. So if there's been any sort of breakdown in communication, it could be that your person is going to do something right now, Leo, to kind of like reach out, but in a tentative way, right? So they might send you a text and the text is kind of like, hey, what's up, right? They're not jumping into the issues. They're kind of sending something to test the waters to see if you're open to communicating. Tell me more, please, about what they could be feeling right now, the Four of Swords. I do think the two of you are probably taking some space. I'm getting to cool down, right? So maybe there was a big argument. Like I said, I feel something really got shaken up here in your connection, and maybe both of you are taking time now to think about it. I do think your person is reflecting on it, reflecting on what happened, trying to get some insight. Okay, what actions could they be taking right now, please? Temperance, Sagittarian energy. I think they're trying to bring things back into balance within your connection. And I do think they love you unconditionally, Leo. Okay. Tell me more about what actions they could be taking right now. The Lovers, they love you. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you guys, I don't have a strong read on whatever the Tower moment is, and it is a general reading. So like I said, take it if and how it connects. Whatever this shakeup is, though, it doesn't look like it has changed your person's feelings for you. And what I can see is that they do not want to lose you, right? So with the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, it feels like they still love you and they hope that you continue to choose to be in a relationship with them, okay? And so even though I see tension, remember the Five of Wands, conflict, arguments, butting heads, the Tower moment, something coming to light, something getting shaken up, none of this is changing the fact that your person loves you and is committed to you, okay? I'm getting a lot of commitment and a lot of devoted energy coming from your person. Tell me more about what actions they could be taking. Six of Cups, okay? That's always an interesting one. First of all, I feel like the Six of Cups can indicate a very strong soul connection between two people. And that's probably one of the reasons that your person is sticking around, because when we feel a very strong connection with somebody, we don't just walk away like it's nothing, right? We really, show up, we try to make things work, we try to show the other person how we love them. So I do feel there is a very strong connection here that this person feels for you, which is why I think they're fighting for you and they're not walking away, right? Now, the Six of Cups is always interesting too, Leo, because the Six of Cups can indicate a connection to the past. So maybe what's happening here is that the Tower moment, maybe it's exposing something from the past. Maybe it's bringing something back up from the past. Like, the Tower doesn't let you get away with things. So I think something is being put front and center within your relationship, Leo, because you guys need to address it, right? And I don't think that's a comfortable thing to do, and I don't think it's an easy thing to do, but I think it's necessary. It almost feels to me, not to sound a little hokey, Leo, but the universe is almost putting this issue in both of your faces as a way to deal with it, right? Because I just feel like there's been something kind of underneath the surface, maybe simmering a little bit, like something has been there. And I feel like it's like, what's a good saying? Like a little bit of a thorn in your side, like there's been something there kind of niggling below the surface of the relationship. And you might not have been addressing it. They might not have been addressing it. And the Tower's like, look, if neither of you are going to deal with this, I'm going to create a situation where it comes to light, because the two of you need to address this head on. And so, like I said before, if you guys can effectively address it head on, this could be one of those situations where you come out stronger. But if you don't, you could end up breaking up if that's what feels right. So the interesting message I'm getting is like, there is something that needs to be dealt with. I think there's been a reluctance for you and your person to deal with it. And now circumstances seem to be shifting and changing to put it really in front of you guys. And then it's almost going to be, I think, like this make or break moment within your connection. Okay. So let's look at Leo's energy right now, please. King of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, I think you're just trying to get into a really stable, grounded energy. Tell me about Leo right now. Justice. Kind of looks like you might want an apology. So whatever happened here, you could be expecting that your person should apologize for what happened. So I do think that's part of the story here. But I also feel like the Justice card indicates communication. It can indicate solving problems. So I do think that you maybe expect an apology and you're also open to working through things, maybe trying to bring things back into balance. Tell me more, please, about Leo's energy, the moon. Okay. That's interesting. You know how I was talking a few moments ago, Leo, where I'm like, there's something that feels like it's below the surface. And if nobody was dealing with it, the tower is kind of forcing you to deal with it. That fits with this moon energy. The moon is very mysterious. The moon tends to represent things that are hidden. And it's showing up for you, Leo. So it kind of makes me feel like maybe there was something below the surface that was bothering you, something that was weighing on your mind, but maybe you weren't speaking up. You know, maybe you're trying to keep the peace, or, you know, sometimes it's hard to speak up, right? And so I feel like that's not going to work anymore. I feel like whatever was hidden with that moon energy, it's now out there for the two of you to address. And it could have been you holding back from saying something, but now you can't hold back anymore. It's like it's out there and now you guys need to talk about whatever you've been feeling or what's been going on. So what could Leo be feeling right now? The Fool. Okay. I mean, I think this is hoping for a fresh start between the two of you, hoping for a chance to try again, to make things right, to fix whatever the tower has broken. Tell me more. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I like this, you guys. So Knight of Pentacles is kind of that energy of slow and steady wins the race. It is not about rushing things. And I've often said to you, Leo, with the Knight of Pentacles, it often feels like an energy of building something solid, like building a solid base, building a solid foundation, which is very interesting because we've talked about how the tower breaks things down. And what happens after something gets broken down? You rebuild, right? And so I think that this is good. It tells me you're open to fixing things and you're open to rebuilding with this person, hopefully rebuilding a healthier and more solid base to your relationship, potentially, right? What else could Leo be feeling? Hierophant. Yeah, committed. I think you guys are committed to each other. This feels like a serious connection. And maybe that's why the tower is here, because if the two of you really love each other, which I do see here, and if you're both committed to a future together, it's almost like the tower is saying, okay, so let's get all of this underlying bullshit out of the way so that you guys can build a happy future, right? It's kind of hard to move forward if there's like this underlying issue that's unresolved. And I just feel like that's what's happening. Whatever that is, again, you can leave me a comment and let me know if it connects for you, Leo, but it just feels like something was bubbling below the surface. You guys love each other, you want to be together, but in order to really take that next step towards commitment, I think whatever this issue is, it's like it has to be addressed, right? So let's see what actions Leo could be taking right now, please. Queen of Swords, good. We had the King of Swords in the overall energy, and now we've got the Queen of Swords. Do you know what this is? Effective communication. Talking about the issues, not hiding from the issues with the moon, but like having those discussions. And honestly, sometimes those are not easy discussions to have. The Queen of Swords does not mince words. She says it like it is, right? So it's about going in, not like being cruel and harsh in how you communicate, but being real and open and clear about what's going on and honest, right? So I do see you starting to really open up and communicate with this person, which kind of fits with that King of Swords that we saw in the overall energy. What other actions could Leo be taking? Ten of Pentacles, yeah. I mean, obviously you see a future with this person, right? I see that for both of you. That's why the more we're getting into it, I'm like, I actually think both of you really love each other. I don't think either of you want to lose each other, Leo. I do think something has to be addressed, whatever the tower is shaken up and putting front and center. But I do actually see two people who have a tremendous amount of love for each other. Tell me more about what actions Leo could be taking. The World, okay. I mean, that feels promising too, you guys. The World is about wrapping up a cycle. And so, as I've been saying throughout this reading, sometimes things come in and challenge us and it's not easy to deal with. But if we're able to deal with it effectively, it can be something that brings us closer together. And so I do feel like whatever is going on right now, I don't think you're going to be stuck in that energy forever. I do think there's going to be really good forward movement. And I do see you guys really love each other. So I feel like the tarot is suggesting that if there's a will, there's a way for you guys to work this out. So let's look at what the potential outcome is within the situation. Judgment, forgiveness, second chances, okay? Forgiving each other, forgiving whatever happened in this situation. Let's get 2 more. Page of Wands, okay? Bringing the spark back into your relationship. Tell me more, please. And then the 9 of Pentacles, yeah. I think this is gonna work out for you guys. I do feel this is one of those energies where I don't wanna say it's gonna be easy to deal with, Leo. I'm not gonna promise you that because I don't think it is. I think there's probably gonna be hard conversations and uncomfortable moments. But what I do see here is enough love between the 2 of you to keep you holding on, okay? And the outcome here is suggesting with the Judgment that the 2 of you still feel there's a lot of love and compatibility. It suggests forgiveness and second chances, forgiving yourself, forgiving them, and vice versa. The Page of Wands suggests bringing that spark back into the connection. And the 9 of Pentacles is really beautiful because the 9 of Pentacles is a card of somebody who is, empowered, self-sufficient, working on themselves. So part of what might be happening with the Tower, maybe it's shedding light on some areas that you need to work on, Leo. And maybe it's shedding light on some areas that they need to work on. And it's creating an opportunity for both of you to work on your own stuff and to build yourselves up individually and to also work on the relationship. And the 9 of Pentacles usually gets to a really healthy place, right? So it's like 2 healthy people coming together and creating a beautiful life. So I think this definitely has the potential to work out from what I can see in the tarot. But I do think you're gonna have to go through a hard Tower moment in the relationship. There might even be moments during the Tower moment, Leo, where you have doubts and you're like, are we gonna make it? Is it gonna work out, right? Like I said, the Tower energy is not easy. It really makes us confront things. But when I see an energy as well of 2 people who are obviously in love and committed to each other, that can take a relationship really far, in my opinion, Like when you've got 2 people invested in making it work, there's a lot that you can do with that kind of energy. And so I do see the potential to move forward, but I think you guys are gonna kind of be forced to confront something. It won't necessarily feel good in the moment, but I do think it has the potential to make your relationship stronger and also get that situation out of the way. So it's not just always bubbling below the surface, clear it out and then focus on moving forward and building a beautiful future together, okay? So that's what I see for you, Leo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And of course, I wish you love and happiness always, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.